What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to FTB Evolutions, episode 47. You join me on industrialization little thing area. So today we're hopefully going to get into that vacuum freezer, where, as you can see, I've done a little bit of off-camera work. I got it. To be honest, I got a little carried away with doing. I'll go through everything that I've done and then on to you to get in that the vacuum freezer. So the thing that was going on is I thought, you know what, I'll just start going through all the quests and picking up doing all the different things. So I've gone through all of this and done all these quests, all this stuff, steam boilers, and literally going through and making all the bits and pieces I need to get for the quests. So I thought, because we couldn't figure out how to get the manganese and the chromium, the stainless steel dust for this, like the nickel dust easy enough, the iron dust easy enough. Couldn't figure out how, I couldn't figure these two out. So it's got to be in the quest somewhere, isn't it, to make manganese, the stainless steel, and to get the manganese. So, and as I was looking, it seemed to have done a lot of the there's a lot of using electrolyzers and chemical reactors. It was just a lot of fiddling about and doing, setting out things to go into reactors and out and then in and out, in and out, in and out. I also put a fluid storage cell here, so I could start, because like I'm storing oxygen, hydrogen chloride, and sulfuric acid in the system, just because it's making it easier going from one reactor to the other and to the places. So we've got this reactor takes salt to get us sodium dust and gets us chlorine. That chlorine then goes into this reactor with hydrogen, which makes hydrogen chloride. And this is just basically it's like the electrolytic separator from mechanism. It puts in water and you get hydrogen and oxygen out. And then this one takes the hydrochloric acid and crushed chromium dust, which you get from centrifuging ruby dust. You get the ruby dust from centrifuging redstone dust. So yeah, and you get tiny amounts of neodymium as well. So I centrifuged a lot of that, got some of this running there. Like some of these machines are still here, like the packer I did for the quest, the assembler. I started to put one thing in there, which we're going to be using this a lot more for making circuits, I believe, or something else. Because the assembler is going to be something that we're going to be using that a lot. Some things that need to be made in an assembler that can't be made in a normal crafting grid. So what I've got in here is the chromium hydrochloric solution, which needs to be electrolyzed. I'm currently awaiting this one. So this one here and get some importers and exporters back, cabling, and some acceleration cards. So I'm actually going to put this back. I don't need to tank it out. So we will do an export bus on top, and you will export chromium hydrochloric solution, and then we will import stuff that comes out. Two acceleration cards in there. So that gets me tiny chromium dust, gets me hydrogen and chlorine back, which is good because the chlorine will just get put straight back over here to make more the hydrochloric acid. That gets us our chromium dust, gotta wait for this to do its thing. Should have basic up. Take another craft some steel, magnetized steel. Because for some reason that that is polarized. That doesn't want to work autocrafting. It won't insert into this. It'll export, but it won't insert for some reason. Don't know why. This is devices online. This takes a steel rod and outputs a magnetic steel rod. Like, it won't do the magnetic nickel wire either, so we just gotta. I just do a batch of just do it a stack at a time and just let it do its thing. It just isn't running now. I think there's something up with it, because when this efficiency line is up, oh, that makes sense. That probably makes sense why he doesn't want to, why it doesn't work then. So let me try then crafting that. Yeah, see, look, it's still not running because look, it's there. Device works, but interesting. You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't want to work. I'll have to have a look into why that's not working. There's bound to be a reason why that doesn't. So these overdrive, I actually don't want in here because this is fine. It can that can stay in. Because if it's locking recipe, I could leave that one on, and that one on, that on there. That one, yeah, leave that one on there. I was thinking those overdrive modules were, you know, something else. I didn't actually read it. I read the prevents electric machine efficiency going down at the cost of electricity, but I didn't read the fact that it said the recipe was locked until. So yeah, that's why certain things weren't working properly. So if I get me some of those basic upgrades, then crafting the 55. You're crafting how many there? Oh, you're crafting 55 there. So I wonder if I do. He just loses all his efficiency is gone. So basic upgrades. Okay, so you've got everything available, what you need available, and everything else to craft. So we leave that craft minute. So while we wait for that, is how much chromium have we gotten so far? Oh, 48. I guess our chromium dust, which get chromium ingots, which, you know, just ingots for anything. I don't think there's any specific uses for the chromium, to be honest, unless the chromium plates have got a specific use. Let's see what they do for highly advanced machine casing, okay, which I believe is like Turbo machine casing. So it's like 2 casings. It's like 3 casings up from here. So if we then complete this quest now, I guess there's some more. So the manganese stuff comes from centrifuging raw iron. Don't think I've got any raw iron because I think I keep processing it straight away. I got 4. So I think what we're gonna have to do is go run off and find some iron. Go to the mining den. And then you can jump in. Oh, bound to be some iron around here somewhere. Some there. Bauxite. So all that bauxite that I've been collecting as well, I was like, oh yeah, I collected, you know, there'll be a use for it later on down the line. Yeah, that's where you need to centrifuge that stuff. So, and that gets you, what was it? I think that was, oh, electrolyzer gets you aluminium and titanium. Yeah, that was used to get oxygen initially. But like the oxygen will get used for many things, to be honest. Right, that's a stack. That should do us for now. And then we can figure out something anyway. But to be honest, like, I don't think I need to be. The fact that I haven't increased any sort of like processing, it's literally just been this. So I think what I'm gonna do is going to disconnect that from there. So any raw ore we get now will just stay in here. Is it? No, you can't make it with iron essence, which is a shame. Quite cool if we could make it with iron essence. But I think that would be a bit busted if we could make raw iron with iron essence. If we, yeah, that would just be so broken. Because then you'd just be able to make. You're already making infinite amounts of iron, but like you'd be able to get even more silly amounts of iron then. So I was just sat here racking my brains trying to figure out why this isn't working, because I thought it was 1 chromium to 1 bucket of hydrochloric. It's not. It's, I think it was, what was it? It was 1 chromium, 9 buckets of hydrochloric. That gives you 9 buckets of the solution. So I've been here like getting really annoyed over the last 10-15 minutes why it's not working. So we got that. Getting crushed manganese. Was it manganese? Yeah, there's the manganese dust. Which then we put in a chemical reactor with sulfuric acid, which gives us this solution. Then electrolyzes this again. So we need to make sulfuric acid, which is a chemical reactor with water, hydrogen, and sulfur. But I don't think we've got any sulfur. Sulfuric heavy fuel, hydrogen, sulfuric crude oil, ethanol, and sulfur. Oil. Yeah, from that. Do I need to find like an oil deposit or something? I have to figure that out. But is it a way to get sulfur? I know there's sulfur seeds, but I need sulfur to make the sulfur seed. And I've gone all. And I haven't seen any sulfur ore anywhere. Normally you'd see sulfur ore, wouldn't you? It isn't like a sulfur ore, is there? The only way I can see to get sulfur mechanism. Oh, it's a 10% chance. Finding out coal. A 50% chance by doing blaze rods in a crusher. But then a chemical injection chamber could do it. Gunpowder, but that requires hydrogen chloride. Which requires chemical fusion of hydrogen and chlorine. Chlorine needs, the distillation tower. Sulfur crushed dust. Centrifuge. Is centrifuge lava? I guess it's sulfur? I could probably do that, to be honest. I could try that. So if we go back around here, we break through here, get cabling, and we make another centrifuge. Steel rods. Should take long. I love how quick my mechanism machines are. So I'll be right back once I have crafted up this other centrifuge. And centrifuge A. So this could be the way to do it. This is the way to get sulfur. I've been laughing. Export the import. This is time. We are exporting lava. So a bucket of lava should get 17 sulfur. I think I just crashed. Nope. Right, let's get some acceleration cards. And then we will put them in there. There. Awesome, so we have sulfur. And it'll be forever now. Because we're generating lava down the basement of the main part of the house. I think we are generating lava down here, aren't we? We is, yeah. It's actually going down. No. Just be thinking it was going down. A million. 1,000 of them. Actually, I haven't been down here since like we set most of this up. Like it's been that long me coming down here. How many matter balls do we actually have? 1.03 million. Right, so now we've got sulfur. Get out the door. Okay, so sulfuric acid in a chemical reactor with water and oxygen. And we have a spare chemical reactor here. So we can go export. Import. That there. This one from here. So you're going to be exporting sulfur, oxygen. So we sulfur. Let's do it in order. Oxygen. Sulfuric acid! Woot woot! Win! So that's good then. That made our life so much easier than trying to like do it through so I can actually put in a decondensator and make mechanisms sulfuric acid that way as well. Okay. Interesting. So that's a win because mechanism sulfuric acid is a pain in the ass to make. So you can go away. Then this sulfuric acid goes with the manganese crushed to make that, which again is another 9 buckets of sulfuric acid. So this needs so I need another chemical. I'm going to need another chemical reactor and another electrolyzer. I need to make any magnetized steel. I do. I think what I'm going to do before I make any of this is let's make electrical versions of this, an electrical version of this, and this. The cutting machine's fine. That's fine. Because the bending machine's fine as well. It's just the wire mill is slow. So there's bound to be an electrical version of the wire mill. Is that one? Yeah, it is. Okay. Simple enough. That should take a few seconds. I just gotta make the wires in the wire mill to make the bloody wire mill. I'm making this as well. That's what I should do as well, is the alloy smelter as well. Make the electrical version of that. Because that is slow. Alright, so the electrical wire mill is there. Okay. So what we're gonna do here is, the thing is, I don't normally do like bases like this where I have rows of machines like this. They're normally all around the edges of stuff. Okay, so we got this there. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna take, I'm gonna put this in this away. We're gonna take this, put you on there, put all of these in there, and then we just connect you up like so. And then we need an importer. So, and then we need acceleration cards, which craft more because we're running low. So that should make things a lot faster. And then we need to make that electric alloy smelter. Oh yes, because that's not connected. Just gotta wait for them to smelt up, and then we can make the electrical alloy smelter. Because like I'm not, don't get me wrong, the bronze stuff isn't really slow, but it's not overly fast. So compared to the crafting speed of everything else, it is slow. Then most of the machines from this are like kind of slow because they need to be like that's your basic tier. You got bronze and steel, then you go into electric. This is still like the lowest tier of electrical items from modern industrialization. So once we get to the next tier stuff, we'll should be laughing then. Take this, do there. There, so you should be online. Wicked. Okay, that's gonna make our life easy. Don't need that sag mill. We're making that. Got the chromium dust. Need to do the manganese, which requires. So I needed a chemical reactor. See, it's not like super fast, but it's a lot faster. Like I can just pop 16 of them and I should speed it up. That's actually not speeding it up, is it? It overclocks it. That's not actually speeding up at all. I think it just allows you to accept like more energy. Did you craft any of those magnetic steel rods? And cancel both these. I think I just got a little impatient. So why aren't these bolts being made? So aluminium ingots again. Interesting. Yeah, so I definitely need to make a bronze cutting machine. I'm gonna need to have all this getting imported into the system and then doing it all again. But once we get this to a higher tier, like I can pretty much rip all this down and then just upgrade everything to electrical. But I think this is the furthest of it. Well, I say the furthest. This is the furthest I've dived into it in a world like this, other than the Skyblock I was playing. The Skyblock I was playing pretty much required you to use this alongside Greg Tech. Say alongside Greg Tech. It was Greg Tech, but it was this. Greg Teched up, which was just painful. It was really painful. Like crafting now. I just need some more aluminium bolts. I know why. They took the rods out. So we just gotta wait for these to do his thing, and then we can make the next chemical reactor and thingamajiggy. I think what I might do is side. Let's do the same again, and it uses less cabling as well. Perfect. Chemical reactor and a centrifuge, I believe it was. Oh, electrolyzer. Right? Manganese dust comes from that, and that comes from an electrolyzer. Electrolyzer. So, actually. No. Let's get the electrolyzer first. I know that's going to take some time to go to the cutting machine, but I can wait. So you are using this with sulfuric acid? Yes. So I need an importer there, exporter there. You're exporting this and sulfuric acid. Speed upgrades. You're making the manganese sulfuric solution. And for awaiting bolts. Which is why I'm gonna go and then make. I'll do that in between episodes. I'll set that up so I can import all the creosote and everything all into the system and export it to where it needs to go. Because I think having lubricant constantly being made is gonna make sense. How much sulfur have we gotten already? Yeah, 400 odd. I'd like to know what happened. It must have been something to do with an update why my wither disappeared. Because this is still running, isn't it? I can just pop another one in there. But I think I've only got 200 odd buckets. Yeah, 200 odd buckets is plenty because there's not many things that require the aether gas. Do you have an export and an import? You're gonna be exporting the manganese sulfuric solution. You're gonna be you there. Awesome, and the sulfuric acid goes back in the system to go back out. It's like just like an endless loop essentially. That sulfuric acid that comes out of there goes straight back into here, which is great. This is what we need. So this stuff gets us 3 per. So 1 bucket gets us 3 manganese tiny dust. So one process of this stuff with the dust and the sulfuric acid, 9 buckets. I guess it's 3 ingots. It's basically a tripling. Just turning sulfur into manganese, essentially. Okay, chromium, I'm going to keep that on me. So that will be our manganese. Our first manganese dust. Okay. So then I need stainless steel. Actually, what we need, vacuum freezer. Large aluminium plates, so I need to put them onto autocraft. The vacuum freezer I have, don't I? Build autocraft. Okay. So it's just this. Okay. In there, and then according to the quest line, I need an LV energy input hatch, 11 frostproof, and 1 vacuum freezer. Can I make the frostproof stuff? So I need 11 of these. I need LV input hatch, which I have. I need the vacuum freezer. I'm gonna craft 1 magnetic steel rod. Okay. Craft that up. Get out the door. This one. And then we'll put this here. Because once the frostproof stuff has been made, which doesn't look like it's gonna be too far on, there's gotta be like once they get to the point of getting these to a higher tier, like these aluminium plates, wherever they are, there. See, in the compressor, like why would you waste a step doing it? Might as well just, like, I can make the electrical compressor, which should be a lot faster, but I'm pretty sure there's like even higher tiers. I think that's where these like arrays are. Written recipes of any single block electric crafting machine provided. Okay, I'll have to have a look at that. So what's the like Canthal, which we're working on, air intake, which is what we're going towards. Because we need the vacuum freezers to make the stainless steel, which makes us the air intake, which then allows us to make the cryo fluid. Pressurizers, station tower, the reactors, that's gonna be quantum stuff. Quantum fusion is a massive amount of work to find input fluids, plasma that power. We'll need this to make helium plasma. Using the fusion reactor, we can find several liquids together to create helium plasma. There are several recipes for this plasma. Helium-3 will be the easiest to use, but the others will offer you better byproducts as well. Plasma turbine is the ultimate energy producer. It uses helium plasma to produce over 1 million tick. That's the power of Pinosol. Quantum. And I guess it's the quantum gears message. You fly free, no power cost, never take any damage from external sources, and kill any mob in one hit with a quantum sword. You will probably one hit mobs since it's technically made from the power of 64 nukes. What? Quantum circuit, elements upgrades, singularity is. That's really not that bad, is it? Nuclear alloy plate, plutonium ingots, processing, TNT, tritium, deuterium. Like, it's really not that hard. Cadmium, beryllium, blastproof alloy. Like, okay, it sounds hard, but I think it is. It's getting beryllium tiny dust. Comes from electrolyzing emerald dust, which I assume just crushed emerald. Yeah, like that. Yeah, with our current state, probably get that. Why are you taking so bloody long? Oh, yeah, because you're slow plate crafting downstairs. Like, immersive engineering stuff is great, but not fast. It's not fast at all. So hopefully this will be our finally get into our vacuum freezer. This can because I had to make this to then do one quest. So are we looking on manganese? That's another 6. We do 20. Okay, then stainless steel requires us to mix. We need 20 nickel and 120 iron. Back in 56. Nickel. 20 nickel. This speed. Get out of steam. Just let that run a minute. Vacuum. Vacuum freezer. Like our frost proof stuff is made. Okay. So I'm gonna assume I go 1, 2. This just would have been a 3x3. I bet I need these other 8 that it's gonna give me. Yeah, 3x4x3. Yeah. So I'm gonna need these as well. That's okay. 2. A cross back keys. Vacuum. I'm just awaiting all of this. So I'll be right back once this is finished crafting, and then we get our vacuum freezer built out. We'll start our first stainless steel production. Right, vacuum freezers all crafted up. Enslaved Winter. Okay. Interesting achievement name. So we got a lot of parts that we need. And good item. We got MV power input hatch. Gonna need an item in. Oh, here an item. Vacuum freezer there. Oh, okay, so this on? So we got our energy input there. But fluid, cut off fluid in, fluid out there. Item in, out there. All of these go around. Shape invalid. Another 9. Oh, that's annoying. Right, this might be easy to craft. And aluminium plates. I can't craft them. Can I? Cannot. That's a pain. Okay, cross. Now we gotta wait for more aluminium plates to craft it up. They must be in the compressor. Aluminium. Yeah, in a compressor. So let's just cancel that. Anyway, the compressor is somewhere. And we overclock this. We overclock this. That should get us our plates a lot faster. Because for some reason you can't overclock the metal press. Okay, so the frost casing. Okay, so you need to craft 36. And then frost. So I make one more because sometimes overclocking stuff just derps things. Okay, so this. There we go. Everything's all blue. Vacuum freezer valid. Let's go. So I need in here that. That's invar. That's invar. Why are you making invar? I don't want to make invar. I've got the stainless steel requires nickel, manganese, chromium, and iron. Chromium, manganese, nickel, iron. So I need iron. 6 iron and okay. So do it this way. Put you in. And stainless steel. There we go. So I want to put it in. I want to put the iron in last. So I guess there's a bunch of stainless steel, and this has got to go into F. Yes, it's this. Then goes into vacuum freezer to make the stainless steel ingots. Wicked. Finally getting stainless steel. And add in there. Now you can go away. Can I? Done already. Right, so will this hurt me? No, it doesn't hurt me. That's interesting. Stainless steel. Invar with slot locking. Okay, that's interesting. Stainless steel, finally. And the stainless steel you can use to make. I believe might have to do another assembler. You need to make the air intake, which makes the stainless steel rotors, the stainless steel blades. All of this to make this gets us liquid air. All this to get liquid air that we're going to centrifuge to get. Hang on. Cryo fluid is vacuum freezed argon and helium. Okay. Argon comes from centrifuging liquid air. Right. And we need how much for this? I got a feeling it's more than 500 millibucket. Inkling it's going to be more than 500 millibucket. But anyway, that's going to be it for today. We got our vacuum freezer. We got our stainless steel ingots. And hopefully next time this ultimate singularity ball thing has taken longer than I anticipated. Simply because I kind of like started getting into this. But it was actually, I enjoyed myself, to be honest, getting into all of this. So, as always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you may be watching this. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Finally have a vacuum freezer. And got a singularity next episode. Bye!